Even as Imelda races away from the U.S., dangerous waves, they're still slamming the eastern shores. On Tuesday, 5 homes taken out by the ocean as Humberto and Imelda has kept the Atlantic stirred. It's a sobering reminder of what a hurricane season can bring, even with just those fringe impacts from these powerful storms. Fox Weather Correspondent Katie Byrne is in Buxton, an area where homes are constantly vulnerable to beach erosion. Hey, Katie.
Hi, Stephen, and they're being tested right now. These homes built close to the water. A 6th home fell late last night here in Buxton, North Carolina. I want you to take a look at what we're seeing. We were live here around 7:30, but locals warned that with that next high tide approaching later on that night, they expected another home at least to fall down, and this is the latest one to have tragically dropped. We're standing in essentially a debris field here of these now 6 homes that luckily no one was inside when they fell. They were all recently declared uninhabitable, I'm told, after Hurricane Erin caused really the same issue that you're seeing here. We saw other collapses happen just last month from that storm. We've been talking to locals about this who are essentially just waiting for the next collapse to happen. We're watching these homes sway. Some of them are on a slant. They're sinking deeper into the water and the sand underneath them now, but we're around low tide, I should say. And locals say the water, it doesn't look like low tide right now. What they heard yesterday, so many of them were here when those 5 collapses happened within the span of an hour in the middle of the afternoon. They described it sounding like a bomb went off. They said they were hearing window glass crunching, pipes were popping, all of this wood you see everywhere was snapping, and they, said it all happened really in a matter of minutes. Now they're worried about the next high tide. That's coming around 7 o'clock tonight, and they think more collapses could happen.
Insane. It sounded like bombs going off, windows cracking, pilings cracking, houses are just washing all the way down the ocean. It's pretty bad here right now. Summer was nice, truthfully, but the weather now with all these hurricanes coming in, and then wintertime just gets worse, with all the nor'easters and stuff like that.
The threat for more collapses is real, too, because we're expecting those rough waves through the week, and we're in a coastal flood warning here through late Friday night. You're seeing what it looks like right along the water here, Stephen, but in the town, just a couple blocks in, there's a number of streets that have been flooded since we arrived yesterday, and just overwash on many, many roads in this neighborhood. I'll send it back to you. Yeah,
and it's wild. Thanks for the update as far as the 6th home. I think to have 6 homes in a single day, that's notable. It's one of those anticipations or expectations that this would eventually happen, but maybe seeing all 6 at once, perhaps not. I mean, Katie, I'm not sure what you know or don't know about the homes, but it's not like these are old historic homes. I mean, these were built probably just a few decades ago. It's just the fact that this constant erosion that we've seen along the Outer Banks has made this coastline more and more vulnerable.
I believe I read that of the homes that fell yesterday, the oldest, I think, was built in the 70s, and the rest, most of them seem to be built in the 90s. But locals have been saying they've been here for decades, but built with that knowledge that it's essentially somewhat of a risk to be right along the coast. Still, you don't typically see water right. People have been asking me online when they're seeing what we're sharing here, why were these homes built on sand? They weren't. The beach would normally be further out. That's where it was when these homes were built. But obviously things have changed, and we're watching the coastline kind of reshape as we talk about all these storms, Stephen.
Even the satellite images that we were showing from 2009, we'll show them again here coming up, where there was a, quote, backyard. It wasn't just the ocean. There was grass. There was lawns that people had before the beach and the shoreline moved closer and closer. Terrible to see, but appreciate the update. It's a windy day out there still, even today. Fox Weather Correspondent Katie Byrne.
Yeah.
Thanks, Katie.